Hey everyone, it's Anitra again, and I am here today with Jimmy Bud, and we are at 707 in Richmond, Virginia. So I wanted to chat with Jimmy, and may not be so quick, but I wanted to chat with him because he is in the fashion world as well. He's an entrepreneur. He has so many things going on, and I just thought he was an awesome guy, and he would have so much input and knowledge and some tips to share with you guys. So, hi Jimmy.
Hey Nisha.
How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. I wanted to start with, 707 because we are here and we're filming here. Tell me how you got your start here and what your role is.
So my role now currently is a general manager of 707. It's a family-run company since 1978. I've known Dale and his father, David, probably, I'd say around like 8 years, producing fashion shows through RDA Fashion Week. And then 2018, like October timeframe, I had this random idea of presenting to Dale to work mornings, afternoons with, this operation. And, it was a big leap for me because I'm normally used to like the production side of events, and I felt like I should take a dive in learning, the art of fashion and fabrics and measuring. It's been an amazing experience so far.
Yeah, so how did you get connected with them? Because I know you're from
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so born and raised outside Philadelphia, King of Prussia Mall area, town called Berwyn. Once I graduated University of Richmond, I was in like the event planning. Like I was throwing, different parties, and I was representing DJs. I was actually managing a singer, and it was a really fun route to be in. And then I got invited to, be the promoter for RDA Fashion. And so the first 2 years, I was more just like getting the word out, grassroots, guerrilla marketing, flyers everywhere, dealing with the venues, getting like the best deals possible as we start this brand. And then after year 2, the founder, Jason Primrose, he moved to Los Angeles, and we struck a deal together for me to run Fashion Week after. And so I saw the business side of it, and at the same time, I didn't really know what I signed up for because I had to learn from start to finish how a fashion show is run, produced. I'd never been to another Fashion Week before. I still haven't been to one before outside of Richmond. So there's been a lot of learning in Richmond, and I think, with that, we've been able to create a really cool culture that's, really like grassroots, locally driven.
Yeah, I would agree. I met you, months ago? But it was like this instant connection. I could sense that you just had this great energy and a great spirit, and just an overall nice guy who wants to help and connect people with other people to help them grow and to learn and just to be better. And I get to sense that. So that's why I gravitated toward you too, because of that. So with being in this position at 707, tell me a bit about how that's opened doors for you and how you've been able to meet new and interesting people and connect people as well.
Well, most of my life has been like in the restaurant scene, so I'm so hospitality driven, and hospitality is huge for 707. With the clients that we deal with and what they deserve from that side. And I think once Dale and I really linked up, he was like, I need to build your professional image and your how you're dressed every day, and it's changed me dramatically because before working at 707, I was so used to like late nights in the restaurants wearing dry fit, and just like I'm just used to like food and drinks spilled on me, and it's not really wearing suits. And then when I first started here, I had some, off the rack suits, so I was kind of nervous, like, and dreading wearing suits because they just weren't comfortable. And then once they were like, no, we're gonna make you some custom suits, that changed my whole outlook between like the fabric and fit and the customization. And I was like, I could wear these every day, and I literally wear custom suits almost every day. So I think my personal image has done a complete 180, and because of that, I think people view me in a different lens because people treat others in that type of style in a higher manner, I feel. But with that is a higher expectations to lead and lead by example. So I'm embracing this whole transition into professional wear.
You look great every time I see you. It's always a nice suit, very well suited for you.
Thank you.
And I like these prints too.
Yeah.
They're really good.
We got really cool inside linings. Yep.
Jeez. 707 inside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really nice. But like I said, every time I see you, you always dress so nice. Oh, I was speaking to someone yesterday, and he came up. He was like, I think I met him. He was like, he had on this suit. He was just, very well dressed, and he was describing me. I was like, yep, I'm pretty sure that was him.
Well, it's cool to be recognized in the fashion world because the restaurant world, like I'm blessed to have amazing connections and relationships there. So for them to see me move into this world and still have their support, because I don't get to see them as much, is really cool. And I have the opportunity to outfit them.
Right. So you're bringing that gap.
Yeah.
And like you said, to come to that industry that's in the forefront of your mind, that hospitality piece of it, and that's important. Because you always want to think about the customer and the client first, what they need, what they want, and when they exceed their expectations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think down at Vagabond, I had to figure out what I was going to wear down there. And I think that wearing a suit has set a tone for customers and the staff too, just like everyone coming like dressed and polished. And I've noticed like with the customers seeing me dress really nice, it makes them want to get dressed up because it's a beautiful space. And we've had that space since June 2017. And we're not currently open right now, but we will be open sometime soon.
Since you introduced it, then let's kind of segue into that and talk about that too, your other venture.
Yeah, I'm blessed to be a part owner of Vagabond. My majority partner is Lester Johnson with Mama J's. He is incredible to work with. One of the strongest leaders I've ever met and had the chance to work with. So between his leadership and management style, and then working with Dale on the 707 style, every day is amazing. I think just to continue to learn and grow, and exemplify what they instill in me to the teams I work with.
So can you tell our audience a bit more about Vagabond?
So Vagabond is a special events venue. We are in the same building as the National. So AEG is our landlord. The National is about like a 2,000 person concert venue. So it's like a cultural melting pot down there between different shows that are going on there, and then the different programming we have from live music to DJs to private parties. We hosted Ethan Hawke's rap party, which was pretty cool.
A rap party?
Yeah, for the Good Lord Bird that was filmed here. We're really tight with the film industry here. So we did like Harriet Tubman screening, which was cool.
That's pretty cool.
It's just a great network of people that are, on the older side, which is great because I'm only getting older. And
only get better.
And discipline too. It's a really disciplined crowd that comes in there. So you don't have to worry about, young nonsense happening inside. I think that's the best way to say it.
Young nonsense. I like that.
Yes.
Well, that's good. You have your hand in many different industries and areas. And again, you're connecting people. You say you have a connection to the entertainment industry. Do you want to touch on that a bit as well?
Yeah. I think through the years, I've been really fortunate to work with so many different musicians, bands, DJs, singers. So like what you're saying, it's pretty easy for me to connect all the right people that should be connected if they're not. And we're able to house them as well at Vagabond. Or if they need help, with the introduction to another venue in the city, we pretty much have either worked with or rented out almost every venue in Richmond. So, having those relationships, I like being more like a central person that can just connect people with where they need to be connected and help them out as much as possible.
I like that about you. I picked up on that immediately as well at our first conversation. It's like, he's just a good guy. I was having a conversation with someone else, and we were talking about you. Like, he's just a nice guy.
Hey, you gotta treat people the way you want to be treated.
I agree with that. So those are words to live by.
Yeah, and my parents have instilled that amazingly, or the best they could of me, and I strive to make them as happy as possible, as happy parents.
To make them proud.
Yeah.
I'm sure they are. I know they are.
Yeah, I think they continue to be very supportive, and they're very excited to see how my journey continues to evolve at this point.
Good. It's always a journey.
Yeah.
So with that, you have all these connections, and then how are you feeling about RDA Fashion and where you want to take it? I know this year was a little more challenging because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
COVID has made a lot of things challenging, but you did an awesome job. I was like, wow, this is just so well put together, even with those limitations.
Thank you.
So where do you want to take it going forward for 2021 and beyond?
Well, for me, I feel like I'm always working with like special teams, and I think that with those special teams, I always want to grow with them. And I think with the RVA Fashion Week, we had the strongest, largest team to date. I think that, once I changed the business model, which was year 10, we used to produce every single show ourselves, which is pretty taxing on us. We did at least like between 80 to 100 events. And so between, the risk, the finance, the time and pressure on our smaller teams, it was a lot. And I was personally getting burnt out. And I think, thinking about, how like a New York Fashion Week is run, they have thousands of events going on. I mean, maybe not thousands, maybe like, several hundred. But there's so many events going on, and just that viewpoint alone, I was like, wow, there's so many other awesome organizers in the city that, why can't we all work together and collaborate and share resources however we can? And moving in that direction is proven that, so many awesome people can come together and support each other, and that's what just happened in the pandemic. So the future is incredibly bright for RVA Fashion, and we're already planning for next year already. So it's crazy to think, but it's year round. We don't stop.
So you want to continue with that model of having that level of collaboration going forward, or?
Absolutely. I think my biggest role right now is to team up with the best leaders in the city who are doing awesome events like what we just came together for, and that is like the core leadership team. And then eventually have more programming content coming in if it makes sense, not oversaturated, but really have this a large community driven showcase. So
so much talent
mm-hmm.
in the Richmond area, and how they came together and just supported one another. It was
Mm-hmm.
very impressive to me.
Yeah.
And I'm sure to the viewers who were watching, because they were live streamed, just, those who tuned in,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they were impressed with everything that they saw.
Yeah, and I think the technology was crucial for this past fall, and major props to Michael Hostetler for finding the right equipment to have, and he crammed in so many hours of training and learning it, and then I felt that week that I needed to be his assistant just to make sure he was squared away. And we had some kinks throughout the week, but I think we solved them as quickly as possible, and we can continue to learn that equipment over the winter time for next year.
Yeah.
And at least keep that going, because once I think society comes back to normal and we have these larger events, we can still use that equipment and be able to have a stronger viewership online too.
Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. It was just so well done. With my show,
Yeah.
talking about it, management there, they were like, wow. They came out and they were like, oh wow, this is like a production. It's like,
Mhm.
yeah, it's a production.
Yeah.
And they were thoroughly impressed as well, and they were super happy about it.
Well, I was very impressed with you, because this was our first time to work together, and I'm a firm believer of the leap of faith, working with people that you might not necessarily know, but the more and more people that I've talked to who have worked with you, they were like, Anitra's incredible. And so I was like, wow, I can't wait to see how this show pans out. And you were awesome. Your team was awesome.
Thank you.
Holly, Brittany Johnson, DJ Sly, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I'm just so thankful for everyone, who's just willing to share their talents and their time, their gifts, and, they were just all in. And again, it just takes a village, so to speak, to pull all of that together. So again, I thank you so much, and your team. Like I said, Michael,
Mm-hmm.
he was awesome. He was just on it.
Yeah, I agree. And like you said, teamwork makes the dream work. And I can't wait for the future. So
hopefully I'll pull in.
hey, I'm already ready to talk next year.
Yeah, let's do it.
You got spring to plan and you got fall.
Yes. Spring, favorite, my favorite season.
Yep.
So you're doing that, you're doing all these things, and I know you spoke about it a little earlier about how your personal style has changed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure you spoke about how you've seen the results, if you come in a certain manner, you show up in a certain manner, then people, they want to dress in the same manner.
Mm-hmm.
So they want to up their game as well.
Yep.
Do you notice that everywhere that you go, when you show up like this, and people are complimenting you, and then you may meet with them later, and the next time you meet with them, they show up?
Yes, I have actually noticed that, because sometimes when we go out with friends, they'll even ask me hey, what do you think I should wear? Where that never really happened to me before I started wearing custom clothing.
Yeah.
And so I'm giving them advice. I'm like, oh yeah, you should, this would be the base minimum, or if you want to wear this. And so at least you know, like, you'll be fine wearing that. And yeah, it's been cool. Like tonight when we're going to the Hop Garden, I've had friends that are like, well, I guess I gotta wear a suit. I'm like, if you want to wear a suit, I mean, we're all gonna be rocking our suits tonight. And you know, in this time frame, you need reasons to get dressed up, because I think so many people are used to, you know, being at home a lot more, and so they might see themselves in a different style of wear often, and I think that actually like affects mental health. I think, you know, the whole process of like taking your time and getting dressed up, like, you have that mental image that's built in your head, and you're in that positive mentality too, because you're dressed up, you groomed yourself, and that sticks. And if you're not able to do that much, you know, I think just do it, even if you're not going somewhere.
Yeah,
you know, create your own photo shoots.
I agree. I mean, because, you know, if you look good, feel good, and you do good, right?
Yeah.
That's so true, because, you know, say you're just lounging at home. What's your mood? Like, okay, whatever. But if you throw on something, like, you have somewhere to go, some people may not, you know, they're working from home, or the parents may be helping their children with school. And you're just kind of in that moment. But if you throw on something fabulous, I say, then it just changes your whole attitude and that energy.
Yep.
That energy shifts to that place of, oh yeah, I love myself, I feel good.
I feel great.
You know, and that changed the psyche, right?
Yep.
So I agree with that 1,000%. You should just dress up.
Even if you don't feel like getting dressed up by yourself, invite one of your friends over. You guys can get dressed up. You guys can cook some food, sip on some wine if you feel like sipping on some wine, and
turn it into a party.
Yes.
You know, where you just dress up, you know, just for you, and, you know, have a photo op as well. You know,
there's plenty of opportunities to dress up. You just have to be creative with it. And once you are comfortable being creative with it, you're gonna have a lot more fun. And hopefully you take those tips and advice.
Yeah, I think that's one of the first steps, is just to get used to that. Sometimes people are in this space and they've been dressing a certain way for years. You're like, I don't know when to do that. I'm like, well, just take that little leap initially. And then, you know, take those little baby steps. And it can be a gradual process. And then you're like, oh, okay, I feel better about this. This is not something I would have done, but I'm glad I did it. Yep. So now I just want to continue to do it.
Even if you do it like once or twice a week, because, you know, everyone likes to be in a set routine. And I am like all about routine. I have to have.
Because of habit.
Yeah, so I have a really strong morning routine, and that helps me so much. Because if I don't have that, you know, type of discipline, then I'm all over the place.
Yeah, you feel different. It's like something's off. You know, I didn't do it this way or that way. So your body's thrown off, your mind's thrown off. So,
yeah.
But it is important to, you know, just dress up, you know, to look your best so that you can feel your best. And go out into the world and do great things. Yeah, and that requires a great wardrobe or interesting wardrobe. So I want to finish this off with you telling the audience what you have down the pipe, what you have lined up, if you want to share that for 2021.
So RVA Fashion Week is partnering with a magazine. It is not released to the public yet, the brand of the magazine, but it's going to be a quarterly publication that highlights the entire state of Virginia. So that is very exciting. This individual, she really was impressed with the RVA Fashion Week crew, and so we're pretty much assembling a whole team around the publication. We're going to be doing a summer fashion festival with that group. I was supposed to do New Year's Eve the past 2 New Years now at the Redskins Training Center, so hopefully we'll do that next year. Get back to like the major outdoor event planning and continue running 707 the best I can with our crew. We're doing women's custom. You saw some samples Fashion Week, so really get that direction going and help the ladies out in the suit world. So
I like that.
we got some exciting things coming.
Yeah. And looking good while doing it.
Trying my hardest.
Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule, because I know you have a lot going on to chat with me and to chat with our audience about everything you have going on, interesting things, exciting things. So tell everyone how they can reach out to you and find you.
So if you're on Instagram, at Jimmy Budd, JIMMY BUDD, or at 707 RVA, at RVA Fashion Week, or at Vagabond Richmond. And yeah, feel free to reach out there. You can find me on Facebook. Yeah.
He's everywhere. And I want to thank him again for taking the time out to chat with me. Until next time. Thanks.
Thank you.